What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy, the Grizz, Dakota Griswold, coming at you with another video and another episode of Yesterday Today. And first off, I want to go ahead and apologize. I didn't cover y'all last Saturday, but I got y'all this week. I might have overloaded myself, but then I got really busy toward the end of the week, but I got y'all. I'm ready for it this week. So let's get right into the news for the midweek update. All right, lads and ladettes, today I want to start with y'all about probably the greatest story told in video game history, and that's The Last of Us. But not part 1, not part 2, the TV show. We got a chance to actually get an extended look, about a minute and a half trailer on Monday, which was Outbreak Day. It's also known as Last of Us Day, and it looks pretty good. Pedro Pascal, we already love Pedro Pascal. He's done work with HBO and Game of Thrones. He's doing work with Disney over in Mandalorian, and you already know we love the Mandalorian, so he already has our trust when he's playing Joel. Now, what a lot of us don't know is about Bella Ramsey and all of the other characters that's in there. And we got a chance to see a lot of the characters, and we got a chance to see Tess, and I'm really excited. And Nick Offerman, I think he's going to be a really good build, and I can't wait to see what's going on. And I'm not playing any of the footage because I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know if they're gonna want to strike stuff or make me take stuff down, copyright strike, that kind of thing. But I absolutely love both games. I'm one of those people that love both games, and it seems like after part 1 came out, we'll get back to this in a second. Since part 1 has come out, people are playing that now. They're like, maybe we feel a little different about part 2. And that's very interesting because I've always felt the way I felt about part 2. I'm not going to spoil anything since they just re-released part 1. And given the fact that they re-released part 1, which is going to, around the same time, what it came out with 2-3 weeks ago, it came out for $70, which sounds wild to us because we've played it 1, maybe 2 times on the PS3 in the remastered version on the PS4. But that's not for us. That's for the people that's going to be watching this show, thinks this show is absolute fire, and they go, hey man, I think I want to play that game. And then right there, $70 price tag on the PS5, and that's no different than them because these people, they only got PS5 for 2K and Call of Duty, right? They paying $70 anyway, right? So I'm eventually probably going to replay part 1, the whole remake and everything eventually, but I'm not paying $70 for it. But I nonetheless am hype about this show, and maybe it will get me to pick up the game sometime soon, just like everybody is picking up Cyberpunk 2077 again after they've seen Edge Runners on Netflix, which is also absolute fire. Can't wait to see what HBO is doing with this. I am so excited. The Last of Us is probably, maybe, most likely my favorite story in any video game ever, and I'm not the only guy that is. I'm not the only person that shares that sentiment. So let me know down in the comments below if you've seen the trailer and what you think about it. Alright, next up, I want to give a shout out to all my NieR Automata fans. So this game has been re-released twice already, and now it's coming out on the Nintendo Switch very soon, and that's the 3rd time it's released. And a lot of people tend to love this game, and then they also love the prequel. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but I do always thought the world was pretty awesome, and now they've officially announced an anime, and they've released some visuals for 2B and 9S. Here you go as 2B in the anime, and here is 9S in the anime, and I think this actually looks very awesome. I'm just loving the fact that a lot of video games are getting coverage on either a TV show or just mainly anime, and this isn't the only one that I want to talk about that's basically a video game turned into anime. But if you are a NieR Automata fan, this comes out in January of 2023, which means we don't have to wait very long. So if you're a fan, let me know down in the comments below how excited you are about NieR Automata anime, because I am. So I'm already smiling, right? Because I was just talking about all of the video games and stuff that's getting animes and shows, and it doesn't stop there because just the other day, Netflix just randomly announced that they're working with Capcom and they're giving us an Onimusha Anime. Yes. Now, it's not exactly based off the video game, it's in that universe, but you know what? This got me pondering, right? I'm wondering if this means that people watch this anime, people love this anime, and then we get all the rave all over the internet, and we already got Onimusha Warlords remastered. I got that on my Switch, and it's all over every other system, basically PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox, etc. Now, I'm excited that happens, but I've always wanted to get the rest of them remastered or even redone, because I would love to play Onimusha 3 with Samanosuke and Jean Reno, and I forgot what his name is in that game because, see, me, I'm a bit of a collector, but I don't want to spend all of the money being a collector. You know what I'm saying? I get what I can get when I can get it. And given the fact that these Onimusha games tend to be a little bit higher up in price, I would like to see them re-released. And here's some stills from the anime, and I think this looks absolutely awesome. But they tweeted, Netflix Anime had tweeted, "It's your first look at Onimusha, an anime based on Capcom's legendary game created by Takashi Miike and Shinya Sugai from Sublimation with Musashi Miyamoto, modeled after Toshiro Mifune." And I'm absolutely excited. That's the first slide. And then, of course, we have another one. This looks really, really good. And it looks like it kind of has that, maybe similar to Attack on Titan's animation. Forgive me because I don't know all of my studios, but I am definitely an anime fan. This actually looks awesome. I don't see any demons or anything in this, but I am absolutely excited about this. We're going to see the demons. We're going to see where this is going, and I hope they develop everything. We've got Dota, a TV show. We got stuff in the League of Legends universe. Man, I'm just so happy where we are because me being one of those older gamers growing up in the 90s, we had to endure some very terrible licensed movies based off of games. And hey, stuff has gotten so much better. Of course, you know, with Marvel and DC, whatever they try to do over there, things have gotten so much better, and now they've paved the way for video games, especially with Sonic paving the way for video game movies. I'm so excited about this, actually. Are you excited about this? Are you an Onimusha fan? Did you play it back in the day? Let me know down in the comments below. Alright, next up, so I want to talk about Netflix and their gaming division. They've officially launched in games, and now they're going to make a whole thing of it. They're launching their own division, and they released a press release just the other day, and it says, "Building our own internal game studios by Endgame," straight from the VP of Game Studios, Amir Rahimi. And it says, "Today I'm excited to announce that we are establishing an internal game studio in Helsinki, Finland, with Marco if I mispronounce this, please forgive me, Marco Lastica as the studio director. This is another step in our vision to build a world-class game studio that will bring a variety of delightful and deeply engaging original games, with no ads and no in-app purchases, to our hundreds of millions of members around the world." Now that's actually a very interesting point. No ads and no in-app purchases. So you mean to tell me, now this isn't completely clear now, so you mean to tell me that if I already have a Netflix subscription, which, you know, apparently just keeps going up and going up and going up, I'm going to be able to play certain games on there depending on, we don't know the quality level of the games that's going to be on there, first of all, because I'm really interested in seeing what this is. And it's also meaning, like, I'm going to play this directly on my phone like some of the games are, or are you going to put this in the app? That I actually have some questions for this. And is my membership going to be up? Because if I don't want a video game tier, what are they going to do? Like, make it $25? Netflix is already like, what, $20 if you want to have the HD pack and you can play it on multiple different screens and stuff like that. So I'm wondering how far they're going to actually go with this. And I'm going to actually go further with this. And he says, "Why Helsinki? It is home to some of the best game talent in the world. This will be a game studio that we build from scratch, and our second game studio in Helsinki alongside Next Games, which became part of Netflix earlier this year. They've acquired them. Along the Night School Studio and Boss Fight Entertainment, these 4 studios, each with different strengths and focus areas, will develop games that will suit the diverse tastes of our members." And lastly, it's still early days, and we have much more work to do to deliver a great games experience on Netflix. Creating a game can take years, so I'm proud to see how we steadily building the foundation of our game studios in our first year, and look forward to sharing what we produce in the coming years. I don't even know what else to say. It seems like they're actually trying to take this serious, so I'm really interested in seeing how far this is going. But let me know how you feel about all this down in the comments below. Have you played any of the in-game apps already on Netflix? Are you excited? And it's also no apps and in-game purchases. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about all this. And last but not least, we talking about Star Wars and Disney in gaming, because apparently Disney kind of wants to crank it up with the Star Wars games over the next few years. They want 2 Star Wars games a year, 1 every 6 months. And that's very interesting. And this actually came out on a release from Insider Gamer. And it says, "Sources have suggested that the entertainment giant Disney wants a new Star Wars video game release every 6 months. It's understood that Disney wants 1 major AAA title and 1 smaller game per fiscal year, which is something Lucasfilm is set to deliver on. Now, a few months back, Disney completely took all the exclusivity from EA, and this is very good. Even though Disney is still working with EA, they're working on an Iron Man game, but we getting multiple Star Wars games coming from a vast amount of studios, and I'm loving what Disney is doing. And given the fact that I am a Star Wars fan, I'd like to see this franchise thrive. But here's a list of some of the games that's just in development right now. You have Amy Hennig's game. She's over there at Skydance Media. It's an untitled first-person shooter by Respawn that excites me because I love first-person shooters, and then it's Star Wars. Why wouldn't I be excited? And then, of course, you have an open world game by Ubisoft Massive. Very concerned about that. You know why, if you know me. Star Wars Eclipse by Quantic Dream. That could be anything, honestly. I have no idea what that's going to be. But if it's by Quantic Dream, I'm likely just going to watch it. And, well, can you only watch their games? It's a few button prompts. But anyway, Knights of the Old Republic remake, which is now being done by Saber Interactive. Jedi Survivor, which is the Fallen Order sequel. I have to go back and finish Fallen Order. From what I played, I absolutely love, and well, you know, I just have this I'm just prone to kind of putting stuff down after a little while. Star Wars Hunters by Zynga. That's that free game, and you've seen the trailer for it at some of the Nintendo Directs. And then there's an untitled strategy game by Respawn Entertainment. Now, I'm really excited about this. Okay. Star Wars doesn't only have to be lightsabers. It can be not guns, but blasters and all kinds of other stuff. We got Star Wars 1313 canceled some years ago, and we look at it and we saw what it could potentially been those years ago. That would have been huge for Star Wars. And then there's been some teasers of Mandalorian games, and I spoke about Mandalorian and Pedro Pascal earlier, but would he be able to be in the game? I'm interested in knowing that. But I would love a Mandalorian game. Give us a Boba Fett game, a Mandalorian of any time. Like, give us a game where maybe it's multiplayer, or you just play as one Mandalorian and you're on a bunch of bounties, but you encounter another Mandalorians, and maybe you get that Darksaber inside the game. I don't know, man, and you get to combat for the Darksaber. I don't know. This excites me because they gave Guardians of the Galaxy to Square Enix, and they knocked it out the ballpark. It didn't sell like we really hoped, but it knocked it out the ballpark. It was a great game with great gameplay and a really compelling story. So I can't wait to see what happens with Star Wars and gaming over the next few years. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you a huge Star Wars fan? Are you a fan of the games? And just tell me, are you excited about this at all? Alright, lads and ladettes, thank you so much for tuning in, and I apologize for that little just disappearance last week, but you got me. I'm still here. It's Wednesday, and you will see me again Saturday. Now, just let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Did you see the Last of Us trailer? Are you excited about the show? Do you have faith in HBO? Because I definitely do. Are you excited about all these animes coming? Onimusha and all of this other stuff coming on. I'm really excited. I'm so excited that I can't really just get it together. NieR Automata. This is what I can't. I can't English for some reason, and I'm really excited to see about all these Star Wars games. I'm really excited for Jedi Survivor. Better go ahead and finish on Fallen Order. But let me know what you think about everything down in the comments below. But on your way out, hit that like button if you like everything I've talked about today. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell next to it so you know when your boy is posting. Turn all those notifications on. And I thank y'all so much for watching, and this video is finito because I done said everything I done had to say.